It wasn't a battle, it was a slaughter as the Lamenters advance unchallenged, as they slowly walk up to the WF grunts shrugging all manner of ammunition that Remnant has to offer. Pistol rounds, machine gun rounds, rifle rounds, and even grenades doesn't faze the armored behemoths as they push forward. One grunt was brave enough to charge an Astartes, firing and aiming for the joints. As he got too close, the Lamenter swung his fist and broke the grunt's neck, making him spin 180 degrees as the Astartes kicked him towards his allies. Another tried putting a grenade on a space marine only to be met with a massive combat knife through the torso. One muscular brute of a grunt tried contending with Semnai only for him to grab the brute by the head and punches him once in the head, rendering it into red mist. Who panicked seeing the state of the corpse with a missing jaw. The others ran but was cut off by reinforcements as RWBY was sniping at them from a nearby roof and Yang jumping in their path. Penny followed them and managed to distract RWBY as a grunt marksman aimed for RWBY, which she noticed, but Penny beat her to the punch and slaps her away and shot a sword through the grunt's weapon. RWBY, thanks Penny, but I got it. Penny, oh sorry friend RWBY. RWBY, it's okay. Penny detected numerous bullheads approaching the docks.
RWBY contacted the teams.
Meanwhile, Roman, can we talk about this? Blake, you don't know the gravity of the deal you just made. Roman, what deal? Blake, does a certain fire bitch ring any bells? Roman began to sweat as he looks to the grunts who were systematically being obliterated without a fight. Semnai, tactical advance. They shifted stance and begin clearing the area. Bullets and bolters pass each other as we see clearly the difference in firepower. Roman surrendered to Blake as he was still at her mercy, but he thought he was saved when 3 bullheads filled with reinforcements arrived. Semnai, enemy reinforcements have arrived. Thunderhawk 1, clear the skies. Thunderhawk pilot, understood brother, inbound in 3, 2, 1. The bullheads were shot out of the sky by a barrage of missiles and cannon fire. Some survived the crash landing as they swam for shore. The barriers Weiss put kept any of them from escaping. John arrived to tell Blake that local authorities were on their way. The brother sergeant approached, and Roman was now pleading, looking up to the giant. Roman, please just take me in already. I see I'm no match. If you want the dirt on her, I will spill. Please spare my life. John, save it for later, Torchwick. We'll have to clean up here first. Yang have beaten many of the strays that tried to escape. John dealt with the leftovers in the docks with Pyrrha covering his back. The Space Marines eliminated all those who were foolish enough to oppose them. RWBY scanned the area for any stragglers. Blake ties Roman with her ribbon. Weiss then releases the barriers as she got the all-clear signal. The sound of sirens filled the air. John, Marines tactical withdrawal. Thunderhawk 1, emergency extraction. Thunderhawk pilot, yes my lord. He maneuvered to land as the Marines board, dragging Roman with them. RWBY looked back to see Penny was gone as she jumps down and joins Yang and rushes to the extraction point. Weiss joined Blake and John, who were the last to get on board. The Thunderhawk then lifts off and soars away at great speeds before the police ever arrive. Sun was just staring at the scene. Those who survived long enough were arrested, but all of them are so traumatized they were admitted into a mental hospital rather than a prison. Later, Mater Lacrimarum, battle barge. Weiss, this is majestic. Pyrrha, it feels kind of young, depressing. John, tell that to the grim dark galaxy. Pyrrha, and Weiss looks to Yang. Yang, what? Weiss, this is the usual time you make a damn pun. Yang, oh, I stopped doing that when you guys died. There was nothing to laugh at in the future. Yang, Blake, and Pyrrha, oh, we're sorry. John, way to ruin the mood, guys. RWBY, John, the people around here are looking at us. John, don't mind them, they are faithful servants of my father the Emperor. Roman was fearful. There are more of the tall behemoths around them as they saw the remaining 8 Lamenters on standby and are discussing battle plans. They finally reached chapter Master Foros. Foros gazed upon the fabled wings of their gene father Sanguinius, but it still puzzled him that their pre-march was reborn as a mortal. The Emperor's plans is always a mystery. Phoros, my lord. As he knelt before the small reborn pre-march, Roman was shocked to see these giants revere this small young man. Jaune. Stand, son, you have done enough for me to offer me your knee. Phoros stood once again to his great height. Jaune, why are you different from your brothers? Phoros, me and Brother Sergeant Semnai came from the Primaris project of the now-returned pre-march robot Gilliman. He has given us rebirth and reinforcement. Jaune, he improved upon father's design? Finally he did something useful. But where is the rest of your brothers? I only saw a handful of them. Phoros was quiet, and so was the rest of the Lamenters. Phoros, we are all that is left? A tear escaped Jaune's eyes. Jaune, no. What happened? Phoros, we were condemned to a 100 years penitent crusade within the Eye of Terror. When we were finished, we are all that remains. He looks to his sons in despair, as they all look battle-weary. Jaune wept for his sons, then it turned into rage, as he screams to the heavens at this travesty. The scream could be heard across the warp, as the Emperor heard his son was alive. His mechanical eye glows as he summons the Pillar Stones to his throne room.